Okay, let one of these ladies here now throw some. You haven't done anything yet. I know, but grab some dirt, throw some dirt down in the hole so that you can leave your mark here at Island Harbor when you go high school next year, right? Excellent, excellent. Have you thrown any dirt yet? You got to put some in there too. You go in high school next year too, right? Grab that shovel. Excellent. You know, when your children come back here, they'll be able to see that this is something that you did. Okay, this young lady now. Did you put in any dirt yet? No? Okay, you don't want to...
Sorry. Yeah.
Morning, Lloyd.
It's a nice day to be in Island Harbor.
Yeah, well, any day is a good day to be in Island Harbor. But today especially, the sun is beautiful, the weather is good, the breeze is blowing right off the sea, and we're planting trees for the future. You know, that's what's important.
What's the significance of this?
Well, today is Arbor Day where we plant a tree. But again, planting a tree today, you don't reap the benefits of it right away. But we know that in the future, especially this tree here is a golden apple tree that will have fruit. And students here, you know, this is where I went to school, primary school. I ended my primary school. And so it's good to come back now, and some years from now we'll come back and see this tree bearing and say we had a part in doing it. So,
Right.
So that's what's important. I mean, you plant a tree, trees have many functions, but you know, as a horticulturist, it provides oxygen in the air for us to breathe. So the carbon dioxide that we breathe out. And the trees also can provide shade, they can provide food. And so as part of our goals to have food security, this is what we have to do. So I'm happy to be here, and also the sponsorship with Anglec, and also with you know, what's it, we tourists, it's yes, Hello Tourist program that's with Reverend Candace, and also with the ATV. It shows that we are building for our future, and that's what's important. We get our students to understand that the environment is sacred. We have to make sure that we protect it. Otherwise, we lose this, we lose our main industry, which is tourism, where people come here to see sun, sand, and sea, also be the hospitality of our people. And so we who now have the our focus has to be preserve it for the future.
Right.
And that I think we get our students involved, that builds up in them also that recognition that they have to now preserve this, protect it for generations to come.
I support that so much because not just being a horticulturalist, but Adrian T. Hazel, who the Road Primary School has been named after, he was very much involved in tree planting. I think that we had the best garden back then of all the primary schools, and because of that, a floral plant by the name of gardenia caused me to love plants and want to be a plant doctor.
Yes.
And we have a few trees that are still at Road School that I was instrumental in planting.
Yes.
I can see that planting is still going on.
Yes.
Can we?
No, certainly.
Yes.
We can walk that way.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell us about Island Harbor Primary.
Well, you know, this school was opened in 1971, I had gone to the Eastern Primary School before that, came here for my last year of primary school, and then went on to high school. So this school was built by the Royal Engineers, after
In its original form?
in the original form. That's correct. And so this, some of the buildings, there have been additional buildings since then, but the school itself was started here, built by the Royal Engineers, and it served a good purpose because before that, we from Island Harbour had to walk to the Eastern Primary School 3.5 miles barefoot uphill both ways, and no matter what the weather conditions. So we were happy to have the school here. Now some people say, why have a school on the beach? I mean, we understood what the beach meant to the people of Island Harbour. This is where we did our fishing. This is where we did our swimming. Sometimes this is where we did our bathing, because water was scarce. And so that's important that we understood and we respected the sea and continue to do that as a people from Island Harbour.
Okay. So, apart from planting trees here, are there any other schools that we're going to be going to?
Right, all the schools are planting today, and Anglec has been the platinum sponsor for that, but also Hello Tourist, which is this program which has been run for many, many years to beautify the areas. They've done it in communities, now they're doing it in schools, which is they adopt schools and do that, and that is very important because it shows that merging of our economy, our social development, and our human capital, and making it all work synergistically. That's important as we go forward.
Good. You said in conjunction with education department and tourism.
Yes.
Can you give us some more insight in terms of?
Well, the Hello Tourist program is a program that we have been running in the primary schools. It is strategically positioned to take place as the children transition from primary education into secondary education, where they will begin making choices relevant to their careers. And we want to make sure that they understand the importance of tourism to their overall career, because most of the jobs, over 80% of Anguilla's jobs, are either directly or indirectly linked to tourism. Additionally, we recognize, as the Premier stated, the importance of the environment to the whole tourism industry as a whole. And one of the things that the children have to be aware of is the role that they will play in ensuring that this environment is sustained, not only for us today, but for generations to come. And so this initiative is part of an overall initiative that the Department of Education has sponsored, where we are looking to green our schools so that schoolyards become not only a place where children come out and play during break time, but they become functional parts of the school landscape. So the intention is, as a part of this program, to plant flowers and trees to enhance the surroundings, and also to include areas that can become outdoor classrooms where learning can take place.
And Anglec's part in this project collaboration.
Well, Anglec, apart from the fact that we would like, as most of the speakers said, to preserve our environment, so Anglec felt that this was a worthwhile project, that we could use our financial resources to assist in such an adventure. And certainly we look forward to continuing doing other initiatives around the island to protect our environment. As you know, we take in oxygen, we leave out carbon dioxide, which has its
Remember
effects on
Aviation of Olive.
on our environment. So yes, Anglec must be cognizant of the fact that we also contribute to in a negative way by providing energy to the country, and sometimes they spin off from that. So we yes have to do our role in helping with the cleanup. But the most important part, as far as I feel today, and that is important. Don't get me wrong, but I was so happy that something we did and the doc would have done years ago, and planting trees. Little fellas, we had to do that, and it just brought back that old spirit and that old feeling. And you took pride when you plant something. You take pride in it, and you'll find most of these youngsters will take a look and want to be part of seeing these trees grow and continue to go far.
And I just want to take this opportunity to point out to you gentlemen as well. Behind us, we have the beginnings of a greenhouse.
Greenhouse, yeah.
That project was done by grade 6 students of the Hello Tourist
See?
class last year.
Yes.
And they won the Hello Tourist project of all the 6 schools. They have been doing an excellent job. It's the second time that this school has won the
Awesome.
project. And
Third
yes,
time. We did the garden the year before. And the,
Awesome.
Yes, congrats.
Lead the way.
Yeah, of course. The East must lead us.
Yes.
Premier, in reference to this program, what other, any of you, in reference to Anglec and government, in terms of, yes, renewable initiatives for Anglec?
Well said. From a government standpoint, we've been pushing for renewable energy. We know that it's cleaner and that it is more affordable. And that's our push on that. And certainly I know Anglec is working in collaboration to come up with the request for proposal so that we can get renewable energy, whether it's solar and wind, solar alone, wind. We're working with Anglec along those lines, and we certainly are on the same page to make that happen, because we want to see cleaner electricity, and we want to see more affordable electricity to decrease the cost of living in Anguilla. I don't know if the
I
chairman.
can concur with, with Doc. Anglec, in fact, I just got a WhatsApp message with our directors and the team at Anglec working on that RSP for renewable energy. So yes, we have taken that serious, and it's not an easy process. There's a lot they have to go through, but we will get there.
Good. Teach.
Good morning. How are you?
And welcome.
Thank you.
What does today mean for you, for your school?
First of all, it was a joy. The kids had fun digging up and preparing, and they were all involved, which is something you don't see with children nowadays. They don't like to mix up and dot. And then when the plans came, we decided, well, okay, this is the best place for this, or this is the place for that because of the size at the point. But we are so grateful, and it's a great experience for the 6th graders and all the children to see how important it is to keep Anguilla green. So again, the initiative I do appreciate, and I applaud you guys for making this possible, not only for us, for the rest of the schools in Anguilla. So continue to do your best to make sure that we have good memories, good experiences by planting, and a beautiful ambiance in every school. And that's part of being a green school. We do appreciate. Thank you.
On that note, we're going to be heading west.
Right. No problem.
Yes.
You just
All right.
have a nice day.
Thank you again.
Thank you, thank you.
They cannot plan.
Thank
They
you.
cannot
Yeah,
find the
thank you.
plans.
Yes, folks, there you've had it. Brief conversations with the Premier, Chairman for Anglec, the school representative, yes, and the principal.
Yes. All right. Yes, we will do that. Okay.
So deep. Okay, we're gonna fix stuff today. The guy's gonna come back and help us.
Okay.
This was just for this.
Yes, folks. So now we are on our way west, and this journey continues. Gentlemen, I've been looking for you. You're coming down later? All right. Love you, Granddad. All right, folks. We've had our first assignment here at Morris. It's Morris, right? Vivian Vanderpool. I'm giving credit in the wrong area. Please forgive me. Just excuse me a bit. I'm adjusting and making sure that we. I have to tell you all too that we are in a electric powered vehicle. Yeah, thanks. We're in an electric powered vehicle, and I have one of the best drivers. Calvin, don't get too jealous. But yes, I have one of the best drivers you could think of, ask for. I'm trying to adjust my thing. Okay, we're gonna get it adjusted. So we're leaving Vivian Vanderpool Primary now, and we're heading to Valley Primary. So folks in the Valley, if you are monitoring us, get yourselves ready, because we are on our way, and we'll be there in a jiffy. So Ken, in reference to Arbour Day, alright, we good. I'm able assisted. In reference to Arbour Day here in Anguilla, before we know about calling it Arbour Day, here in Anguilla, it existed because Adrian Hazel used to plant trees in Road School, and a lot of us, including Luke got lashes. Luke, I'm admitting. Oh my goodness. If you didn't take your turn to water the plants, then Adrian would do his thing, and I made two of my best friends get lashes one time for not watering the plants, and they have never forgiven me for it. They've always been talking, why you made us get lashes. And I'm just killing myself laughing. Oh man. But yes, we've been planting trees in the primary schools for many years, and I can speak mainly of Road School because that is the school I went to.
And I can chip in and say Valley Primary used to do it as well.
Oh, good.
We used to have that experience as well.
That is so nice.
So yeah, so it's something that we recognize was an asset to us as children growing up, and we were so happy to have Anglec partner with us on this initiative. coming up with this, what they refer to as the reforestation project. It dovetailed very nicely with what we wanted to do in the schools with the enhancement program. And we are looking to do this not just today, but in fact, our Arbour Day will extend across the months ahead at different points in the year. Right up to September, we will be planting. The goal is for Anglec in this program to have over 100 trees, large trees planted throughout the island, primarily at the school campuses. And we are happy to say that this will extend not only to the primary schools, but also to some of our preschools.
Oh, nice.
And excuse me, our secondary schools will also be involved, as well as the ACC, the Anguilla Community College, is also coming on board and doing this tree planting, because we recognize the importance of preserving our environment, and it begins with the trees. Of course, Anglec does have another objective. They are very interested in ensuring that Anguillians understand the importance of choosing the location of their trees. Because if you have a large tree with this root system that extends out, you don't want to plant too close to a building, and you definitely don't want those trees that go very tall to be too close to the power lines, because then you just disrupt things for the electricity company. So they will be serving that purpose as well, as we go through and educate our children on how best to plant our trees.
That's a very good point, because not only that too, but we also have to look at the selection of trees that we plant, because I see up at the school they plant fruit trees, and we have to look at the tolerance of the surroundings by the
Yes,
trees.
yes.
And I see that they planted that tree in the back, which can the building itself is going to be sheltering those trees up until a point, until they get much taller, which is going to take quite a while, but it will be protecting them from the salt spray and the salt air to a point. So one of the things that and then I see on the ornamental side, they've grouped together plants that are low maintenance and low water requirement, which is really good, because if you mix plants that are high water tolerant and those that are low water tolerant, then you're going to get a challenge. But I see that they thought it out properly, and I'm happy for that.
Yes. A lot of thought has gone into the selection of the plants. We've worked very closely with the Anguilla National Trust on this to ensure that we have a good selection of indigenous plants as well. Yes. Those that are resistant to goats, because most of our campuses tend to support the wildlife. Yes. Goats come through and roam freely when the children are off for the weekend and even on the afternoons. So we have to make sure the plants are able to withstand their visits.
Yeah, folks, enjoy the tour. Where are we now? This area. We're in deep waters coming up to to the junction of Shoal Bay and Little Dix. So enjoy the view. I see that the Stony Ground community have cleared an area next to the roundabout for their beautification and the relocation of some of those plants from the airport, which is really beautiful. So Ken, apart from these trees, you made mention in terms of the trees planted close to the electrical lines, which is very important too, because it would minimize the maintenance disruption of electricity supply to to areas.
Right, and the other thing is, coming up to hurricane season, you would see the crews going around and they have to cut down some of these lovely trees. They have to do the clearing, of the lines, and the effect on the tree, would be
We
minimized if
just
we
passed
take.
a flamboyant tree, I think was toppled by a hurricane,
Okay.
and it still survived. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that plants, like people, when they're young, they're small, but they get big too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
that's a common mistake people do when they're planting in their gardens. Sometimes they plant fruit trees like
Very close
very
together,
close,
yes.
and then when they begin to mature, they realize, well, they made a mistake.
Yes. So that's all part of the thinking behind educating the students. So there's an educational aspect of this program also, where we have other partners, as I mentioned before, the A&T and the Department of Natural Resources working along with us in the Department of Education to educate the children about how to plant.
That's very important. Not just how to plant, but what to plant.
Yes, especially in this era, as the Premier mentioned earlier, when we're looking at issues of food vulnerability, to let the students know that in planting a tree, you are not only helping the environment, but you are giving yourself an opportunity to eat. And another aspect of the whole school enhancement project is the emphasis on herb and vegetable gardens.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
I at home. I rarely go out and buy herbs because I grow most of my herbs, and I do encourage others to do the same. I give away seedlings so that people can, do likewise in terms of producing for themselves, because there's nothing more satisfying that you can go out in your garden and cut fresh herbs and come back in.
That's right.
I just
yes.
be amused and be happy seeing my wife go out in the garden and cut her herbs and come in, and it's like, wow.
Yes, I know. It's really nothing like picking a pepper and knowing that was grown by your
you.
own hands,
Yes.
The flavors.
We're passing Aurelia Kelly now, but we'll come back later. So Aurelia Kelly, Shelia, stand by. We'll be with you guys shortly. Yes, folks, we are also, when we talk about being environmentally friendly, we are in a vehicle that says no fuel. That's what it's saying, right? No fuel driven or whatever. But it's an electric vehicle, and it's amazing that it's so quiet. The AC is really good.
And it travels quite quickly.
Oh yes, very much so. We're now passing the football stadium, coming up to AWP. Knowing that this weekend we have special Masters cricket. We have teams from Trinidad, the US, St. Martin, and of course Anguilla, but I think there's another island that will be taking part in the Masters 2020 tournament that's happening here in Anguilla. Alright, so Valley, in the next couple of minutes, bring out your shovels. You have your topsoil. Let's go. So we're taking the second exit at the roundabout by the People's Market. And folks,
And they're setting up for the seafood
at
expo.
12:30, I think it's 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
At probably
Around that
12:30.
time, come out. You don't have to buy lunch other places. You come to the People's Market and experience the fish festival.
Seafood expo. Seafood Expo.
Seafood Expo.
Yes.
Come on out and experience fish in different styles, similar to
Festival del Mar.
Festival del Mar, but with a twist. We're not next to the ocean. We're at the People's Market in the Valley. So now, folks, we are at the entrance. We are just entering. We're entering Valley Primary.
There's gonna be some planting over there and over there.
Oh,
over at that end is where we're gonna start, I believe. Where we
what
see.
he said? He said come over there?
Yeah, she should be planting a tree over there. On that end. And then we're gonna do some plants in the plant.
Alright. Cam,
Yes.
remember your mic is on.
I'm sorry?
Remember your mic is on, so you're narrating.
Yes, so we are getting ready to plant a tree here at the Valley Primary School, and then we'll be moving to the vicinity of the offices where we'll be putting some plants into the planter. You're starting over here, right? Huh? You're starting over here.
I know, but I can't find a I was just talking to her. Morning.
Good morning, good morning. So we have some students already getting set, participating in this exercise. Okay.
Most of us just this one. I'm mostly doing social media stuff like this.
Yes.
Wing of the Valley Primary School, and folks, like the other schools, it's just the Valley Primary School and the Golden Pass, right?
That's right. Good morning, good morning. And we see the schools have started already on their efforts to beautify,
Yes,
but
I
there's
love
still
the
a lot more work to be done.
garden that is being done.
And as you can see from the feed, you don't have to just put your tire down in its black original form, but you can get creative with the colors
Yes.
that you create. And they have planted trees that are resistant to our friends the goats. You know, we have some oleanders here.
Yeah, we have desert rose,
desert rose.
plumelli. I see a croton which the goats do love, yes. But eventually they will be
resilient.
Fencing in.
Yes, and the groundsmen, we have some groundsmen assigned to the schools who do a good job of protecting some of these plants from the rigors of the goats. Good morning.
I can't find the minister, she was just here.
Good man. We love.
See there?
The lens might crack it.
It's insured. It's highly insured.
Highly insured?
Yeah, man. I think they might do me a favor.
They might do you a favor?
Yeah.
Let me go shift my boss then, yeah.
And I can see in the back of the school, the Anguilla, the Lansing Bowl Cultural Center, It's coming along very well.
Very quickly, very
Yeah.
well. Yes, yes, indeed. So we look forward to seeing the landscaping that will surround that building, you know.
Yes.
It's very important if you put down such a gem that you do what you have to do to ensure that the surroundings are also beautified. You know, it's a multi-purpose building, so we have to ensure
Yeah,
that.
and you know, we have to get out of this notion that is the Carnival Village.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a cultural center,
Center.
multi-purpose for different occasions.
Yes, yes. And we see approaching us one of our students, and he is carrying some water. And this just highlights the need for actual increasing the irrigation needs of the schools. So partners, community partners, we will be reaching out to you for assistance as our children plant the gardens. It's going to be very important to ensure that we have water systems in place to keep the plants hydrated. And the campuses on most of the schools, you know, they are very wide flung.
Yes.
So one pipe cannot suffice, and we do need the extras.
There now is where proper irrigation, again, plant choice and proper irrigation. In this case, I would recommend for Anguilla drip irrigation, which directs the water directly to the plant, itself.
Okay.
Instead of spreading it through the air, it will go direct to the roots of the plant. And I see again we have some Texas sage being planted.
And what's so important about the Texas sage?
It
Can
has
you
a
share it with
beautiful
us?
lilac flower,
Yes.
and it's highly drought tolerant.
I noticed you call it sage. Is
Yes.
it a
It's
herb?
not family. No.
Oh, so you
No,
don't
it's
cook that one.
No, it's an ornamental.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So while we're waiting on the principal and the minister to show, I see that they are getting their materials ready for planting.
Yes, and the students are also coming around. We have some kindergartners, some grade sixers, so it's a whole school effort.
Yes. I wonder if the minister went by the Lansam Hall Cultural Center to take a peek while we were waiting. She was waiting on us.
Hi, Teacher Rain. Good, thank you.
Picked up the stuff yesterday.
I'm sorry?
Teacher Tehran, our Hello Taurus stuff.
He picked it up? Oh, yes, okay.
I'm asking, did he?
Oh, I'm not sure. I did leave the message, so I'm not sure. That's the minister there? Yes. Carla? Excuse me. Sorry.
We just didn't do. We put them somewhere later. Just for today.
I think she's coming, right?
Yeah, I know I called her.
Okay. Yes, so I'm live.
What grade are you guys?
It's so tiny. I thought they were kindergarten of grade 1.
Preparations are being done.
I need this too. What happened to mics, man, when they end up like this? Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. Wow, you guys sound wonderful. I just want to hear that again. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. Wow, excellent. Let me say how thrilled we are to be here at Valley Primary School with you and your teachers on this Arbour Day 2024. I want to welcome all of you, although I'm in your institution, but welcome you to this tree planting. What we are starting here today, we are hopeful that you will take forward not only yourselves, but your teachers working with the groundsmen for this school will take it forward and beautify the entire compound. I realize that VPS is ahead of most. You've already started to do that. So my congratulations and thanks to you all for leading the pack. I want to especially welcome the Honorable Minister of Education, Ms. Deanne Kentish-Rogers. Can you say welcome to the Minister? Welcome, Minister. Wonderful. Thank you all so much. The Minister is going to join us in planting, but before she does that, I would like for her to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. The sun is hot, so I'm not going to stay too long. Everybody knows, did everybody know that last week was Plant a Tree Day? No. Did you know Plant a Tree Day? Yes, some of you knew? No?
Yes. No, he's laughing at no.
Okay, does anybody like farming?
Yes!
Yes? Okay, who wants to name this tree?
Me.
What do you want to name the tree?
Butterfly. Dandelion.
Butterfly and dandelion? Okay, let's vote. Who wants dandelion? Put your hands up. No. Who wants butterfly? Okay, well, the name of the tree is butterfly, okay? Okay, so we're going to start?
Yes. The DP principal? Yeah, to help the planting. The minister and myself are in white, so. Yeah, I was going to take it out.
I was going to take it out.
We can take it out, we can take it out here. We're quite handy.
You can take it out.
Oh, you're not. Oh, that's not going there.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, butterfly is gone.
Butterfly is gone.
Butterfly, another butterfly.
Need a child to plant it.
Let's name.
Who wants to? Who wants to?
That one is named Ladybug.
Okay, we want one person. Come. Right here. No, you. I selected. Yeah. Yeah. And one. Okay. 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 We have two. She?
Yes.
Okay. One boy and one girl. So. Okay. Okay.
Can I go?
Yes, you can go. Let's go. Join the minister. We have another one to plant.
I don't know.
No, leave him come. This way, those two are. Leave him come in over. See the 12 come. Yeah.
Okay. You have to step back just one step
Step back a bit.
One step back.
Okay.
2 steps back.
Okay, step back a little bit.
Go back the thing.
Come over.
Right.
Okay, do you guys want to help me hold it? It's heavy. Grab the base. Yes. And then we're going to bring it down. Yes. Okay.
Where's the soil that we... Okay, let me get the soil.
Huh? What do you think it needs now?
Let me get the soil. Okay, go ahead. Excuse, guys.
Now you have to put the dirt.
Can I put the dirt?
Okay.
Can I put the dirt?
Okay, okay.
Can I put it?
You go.
You
You put the first one, mister.
I will. 1 second.
Okay, 1 second, guys.
Okay, everybody will get it. 1 second. Step back. Step back. Okay, I'll put in one and then you guys can take turns. Okay. A little bit. Put it in. Good job. Okay. Soraya. Stick a little bit. Put it in. Good job. Good job. Okay, once you've had your turn, move from around there, come around this way. Come this way. Okay, don't back up. That way.
All right, come.
So if you watch your turn, you're going this way. We're going this way, not this way. So you have to go back this way. Come this way, come this way. If you had your turn already, come this way. Good job. Good job.
Wow.
Strong golden horses.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. After you have your turn, come this way. Come this way. Come this way.
No, this way.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Right.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay.
Good job. Good job.
Wonderful.
Good job. Right. These are some natural. There are a lot of farmers in the making.
And these farmers are going to be more creative and more economical.
I take it out with me.
Oops, you go again.
He's very economical.
No. Turn around, down. Yeah. All right. Always keep it down like this. Come.
All right.
Want me help? Okay. Let's go. Just a little bit. That's good. That's good. You got it? Okay. Go ahead. Hold it. There you go. Nice.
Good job. Good
job. Wonderful. Come. Yeah, this way. Go ahead. Okay.
Careful.
No, Soraya,
Come this way.
Okay. Got it? All right, give the shovel to me. Okay. You do it well. Go ahead. All right. Wonderful.
When I get a guys, come over to this side.
All right, give it back to me. Wonderful. All right. Okay, let's go.
Come back. Where's Girly Poppy? You're Girly. Girly Angie.
Yeah.
I know, right? I take off. Oh, Sophia, there's a bug on
Nice. Thanks.
Sophia, there's a bug. What? No, scary.
You got it? Okay, go ahead.
Sophia, this way. Which way? That way. Yeah, take a big scoop out. So sorry. Yeah. Come here, big scoop.
Yeah, keep it down. Okay, give it back to me again. Thank you.
Just like Sean. You fit in. What? No. Yo! Move from me. Okay. Oh, yay! My God, that's let me go. Then I can't see. And I'm okay, never mind. I don't want it. Yo, and if you wanna be a I'm an MVP. Oh no, you? Go Angie. Who are you? Angie. I mean, whenever I'm not talking. Are you y'all taller than us with your big. What kind of tiny scoop is that? Are you sure?
Okay.
You wanna go, baby?
Come, give it to me. Come. That's it? Yeah. Teachers? Some teachers want to do a little planting?
Teacher,
yes, let's go.
I start. Let's go. Who's next? My teacher. Right.
Okay.
Blair taking no.
Are you like a shame teacher man?
I take a bigger scoop than that.
Maybe 10 years after, and leave here, we will see how.
Blair.
No, you're on 2, man. 1 or 2 years.
Tomorrow you're with us. To give you that, to give you this. You get to put dirt in the plant and help it grow and leave it live long.
Oh, nice. And they're going to make it pretty too, right?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
The name is going to be Ladybug.
So, do you know the name? What we all name the plant?
Butterfly. I saw the butterfly.
Yeah?
It's
Oh,
named
good.
It's butterfly. My mom.
How are you? Good.
I am 9 weeks.
That's a fruit tree. Ask that man over there what it is. Ask the man in the blue shirt.
Look! Top! You can use your camera. Hi,
Thank you. What's the name of the tree?
So you good? You happy about today, right?
Today is a very good day to be on live, and I hope my mother sees me.
All right, I love that.
How do you take care of a plant?
Where's your daughter?
So,
School.
you guys have to
No,
do
show
that
home.
on an ongoing basis.
Is she sick?
Alright? Thank you all.
That was the secret.
That's sad. My brother is also sick.
Yeah?
Hi, Mom.
We're gonna get a few words with the principal just now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Again, we are happy for today. And how you feel about Arbor Day and planting here at the school?
Well, I am very excited about this initiative that is happening here today, especially at Valley Primary School as the principal coming in. As you can look around and see that we are very limited in beautification of the school. So we are grateful to Anglec for taking on this initiative and helping to beautify the Valley Primary School. And I am one who do support planting of trees. Before we had some plants from agriculture, some fruit trees around the school so that the children can enjoy. So thanks to Anglec and thanks to everyone and to listeners for this initiative. We do appreciate it.
I will say the children are very happy and excited for being part of this.
Yes, they are.
So Ken, we have two schools down.
Yes.
How you feel about the project?
Oh, this is wonderful. To be honest, it's been a while since we've been trying to get to this point, and we are really grateful for Anglec coming up with this concept for the reforestation project, which dovetails so nicely with our ideas for the school enhancement project. And so we've been able finally to bring this to fruition. And to see the students' involvement is really, really something. And we're so happy to have you here from live to share this experience with the rest of Anguilla and across the world, the diaspora, to see what we are doing here where our environment and our plants are concerned. So thank you so much for this initiative too.
Yes, folks, so 2 down, more to go. And so we are now heading to Orilla Kelly Primary. Again, folks, thanks for being here with us. I will say that the level of participation by the children here is very high. They're very excited. They're very proud of what they're doing. They're proud of their school. They're proud of their teacher. Everything.
Coach.
Their head teacher, their coach, everyone. Just let's make sure that they know that way it's going to run now. These. Yeah. Okay. horses were dethroned in the recent competition. Very, very close fought event. Valley Primary being the largest primary school on the island. It is serving the largest districts also. We have Valley North, Valley South, which comprise of Farrington, Long Path, Stony Ground, in some cases, not so much Stony Ground, but the Valley, North Side, South Valley, Roaches Hill, Seacosses, Rock Farm, George Hill. So it is the largest school on the island. Ornamental side of it now is going to be taking place in the planter. Okay. So folks, we are on our way now to Oriel Kelly Primary School. So it's Stony Ground Primary, but officially it's Oriel Kelly Primary School. God continue to bless her soul with good health, her body with good health, her mind with sound mind, and because she's still around with us and she's been honored by the fact that a school has been named after her for her hard work and dedication she's done for education here in Anguilla. Candace say,
yeah, I'm so glad to share. Teacher Aurelia was my old teacher here at Valley Primary School. Somewhere our classroom was just off here to my left, and she was a fantastic, fabulous teacher. So it's a wonderful thing to see her legacy preserved in the naming of a school. And I know if Valley Primary could have been named after an educator, we probably would have chosen Teacher Albina. She was my first principal here at the Valley. But of course that honor went
but Ken, you're telling people your age.
But that honor went to comprehensive school.
Yes. But before I do that, Valley Primary charge.
Yes, or
Yes.
but she did serve as principal, I think, at
Yeah, I think she was the first principal, right?
Yes.
All right, folks, we're on our way again. As usual, we're gonna be making some adjustments to enter the vehicle as the children prepare for the planting of the ornamental side of it. Of course, we did see ornamental manila palm planted earlier. They do have fruit trees to plant. So what's happening now is we're just making a small adjustment to get back in the vehicle, and we'll be on our way over to OKPS. Oh yes. Yeah, we'll do. Getting sorted out. Thank you. Driver making sure that we are secure in our seats. So yes, folks, we are now leaving Valley Primary School, and we are now on our way to Stony Ground. So we take a right, sorry, on our way. This is Cosley Road, right? Or Cosley Drive. Yeah, so we are on Cosley Drive on our way to Stony Ground, where we'll take a left at the top of the road, St. Mary's Road. No, I'm mixing it up. At a roundabout here next to St. Mary's Church. So folks, don't forget that in the next hour or so you can come out to the People's Market, where you have a fish festival, seafood festival, seafood expo at the People's Market. There you can see Pro Cathedral of St. Mary's. You can see the Minister of Infrastructure heading over to I think they have House of Assembly today, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but well, if he's heading to Adrian T, he's early. So yes, folks, we are now going on Queen Elizabeth Drive. I can remember when Queen Elizabeth came in 1994, and she unveiled this way. No. When she unveiled that rock, she had on a blue dress, her hand in a sling, and a blue hat. Can remember very well. We've just passed Princess Alexandra Hospital. I can remember when this was inaugurated also. I can see Anglec is planting trees, I think. Palm trees to be exact. Is it? Oh, they're digging holes. Yes. Yes. So, folks, we are entering Aurelia Kelly Primary School. Is a child-friendly school. That's a good mantra. We can see some ground maintenance is taking place where some of the grass is being cut, and yes, a simple, nice way of getting it done. Again, folks, just bear with me a second. I'm just making an adjustment to get out. Making an adjustment to get out and be with you. Rambut ada cukur.
Okay, one for the person. Not me though. That's all, that's all. I come in. Let me just do that thing.
get ready for this phase here. The workers are preparing the hole for the planting of a manila plant, palm. Some people call it a Christmas palm because the fruits turn red when they're ripe.
Teach. Go back. You want to leave brush off?
We have Alton Rogers back here again. I know he would not have attended this school. He would have attended the Valley Boys School. And what about Valley Boys School and what about Valley School?
No,
Valley Boys School.
Yes.
And but your children would have attended
Most of them. Either Island Harbour or this school.
or the school and the grants.
Well, they are mixed.
Oh, they're mixed.
Some here, some, but mostly here.
Mostly here.
Yeah.
So, and I know you live in the area too. So this in itself is this in itself means a lot to you.
It does.
Yes. So we are here at Aurelia Kelly Primary School. And, I'll just switch the camera a bit and move across here. What grade is this?
Grade 6.
Grade 6. Oh, nice. You guys are ready to plant?
Yes.
The children at the other school, I'm not saying what school, they were very happy and they participated and put in the soil around the plant. I don't know who can win in terms of who was happiest, but they were happy. So we can see how happy you guys are and how glad you will be willing to.
Excited.
They are excited. Ooh, I can see it coming out. So, anyone knows what that is? That plant?
Palm tree.
Oh, it's a palm. Yes, that's the very first thing to recognize that it's a palm. The locals, they call it one name because when the fruits ripe, they turn red. And so because the fruits turn red, they call it a Christmas palm. But the true name is called a manila palm. See those ones? You got those big ones? These are the babies. Right? So another name for this is Christmas palm or manila palm. But the other school that we came from just now, they gave their plant a name. So I don't know if you guys want to give your plant a name too.
Panther palm. That's cute.
Wow, I love that. So what's the name?
Panther palm.
Oh wow.
Why
Wait.
Why is it important to name a plant?
Why is it important to, you know? Okay, go ahead.
Why do you think it's important to name your plant? What do you think? So there's no right answer or wrong answer. It's what do you think? Why?
Because
I feel like if you name your plant, you take more care of it.
that's a good answer.
Yes.
You can have a connection.
Good answer.
That it can resemble you.
Resemble you. All of those are good answers. When you see it, you know that's you part of that there, right? So, what else?
Like for a child, it could be a baby or something like that.
Good answers. Wow.
It represents our growth.
What's that?
It represents our growth.
All right.
I just want to share with you at this point, as we are just about getting ready to put the plant in the ground. It's already in, but you're gonna do the planting now as you cover it up. I just want to share apologies on behalf of your district representative, Miss Shelia Rogers Webster, who was scheduled to be here, but unfortunately, through no fault of her own, she is unable to be here now because our time shifted. And so she has to go on to a higher duty at the House of Assembly. So she can't be with you this morning, but I can assure you that she was very excited to be here and to be a part of this experience with you. So now you have to do it all for her so that she can look at the live and see what a magnificent job you did of planting this panther palm. Did I get the name right? Yes. All right, wow. The panther palm. Okay, and all of you now will have a history with this panther palm because you are the ones who planted it. Not only for your own benefit today, but for the benefit of generations to come. All right, and you know we've been talking in our classes in Hello Taurus about the importance of sustainability, right? So this is all a part of sustainability. Planting today for generations tomorrow. And these wasps are trying to get into the action. Don't know what's going on. Okay, so we're ready to start covering up the soil, covering up the plant, and we need you to come.
Oh, too many hands going up at once. Okay, I saw the hand back there. Young lady, come forward for me, please. What's your name?
What can happen? Each one can throw
Nais,
a shovel.
thank you. Yeah, so we're going to start with Nais. Go ahead, honey. Anais? I'm so sorry. My ears don't work as well as they used to, babes. Go ahead.
Come in, take a little bit, and then do it then someone else.
Yes.
You all line up?
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wonderful.
Sorry, Ken.
Yes. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget the upper side, okay? So you have given you that task.
There you go.
Oh, nice form. Wonderful. Wow. Great. Can I tell them to on that side too? Okay.
That's good.
That's good. Okay, don't forget on that side. Okay. So when you come. Don't forget over on this side. We don't want just this side covered, but on the other side as well. Yeah, great. Thank you. Okay, so make sure you get on that other side.
Other side, from the other side.
Oh, okay.
See, the button now blocking that.
Oh, okay. So you need a truck.
No, leave him go from over and coming here.
Oh, okay. Can you, okay.
Right, that's good.
Can you go above the pile of dirt? Yeah.
Go on that side, yeah. Right. Good job.
Good.
All of you
Thank
know
you.
that you all had a part in the panther palm? Yes.
Panther palm.
All right, guys. Come a little closer. You don't have to be so far away. Let me ask you something. In your kindergarten class, you learned that plants need 3 things to survive. What is it? What are they?
Sunlight.
And water, sunlight, and soil, right? So we're doing the soil part now. The sun is shining. So what do you guys need to make sure happens with this plant?
Water it.
That it is watered, okay? And in addition to watering the plant, we also need to ensure that it can receive the maximum benefit from the soil and from the sunlight by taking care of what? What must we not allow to happen to our tree?
Too much water.
Well, yes, we have to make sure we manage the water, and what else do we have to manage around the tree?
The environment clean.
Right, we have to keep the area clean, so we have to weed it, right? But when you're weeding it, you don't just go in there with a weed whacker and start, moving it crazily, because then what could happen to the plant? Could be damaged, so you have to make sure you do it carefully. You may need to go in there with your hands and do some weeding, right? But that's what gardening is about. It's about getting in contact with the ground, okay? So you don't go into gardening expecting to have your nails long and keep them clean. You have to get in there and get into the dirt, right? Okay, great. So once again, we want to thank you for the part you have played. Everyone got a chance to throw some dirt on the panther palm? Wonderful. So we're going to make sure that we have a name plate to go next to this tree with the name. And we're not going to make the other palm feel jealous because he has a name and this one doesn't. So you need to start thinking about a name for your other plants, okay? All right. So we're getting ready to move on to our second plant. Are we going to cover up this one now? Are we covering up this one now, or are we going to just finish planting this one? We're going to finish this one?
I got channel, got to charge up this need to go and power.
Oh, okay. So what should I do? Just finish this one?
Where's
We need Mr. Pemberton. So just finish it.
Mom, how are you?
I am blessed. How are you? Yeah. How you doing? How are the children? I love you too. How are the children? Good?
Why are you giving this plant for the tree? There is some with it.
Put this in the front for me. I'm going to plug that in.
Put it in now?
Yeah. Sit down, Candace.
Because on my schedule, you're looking for the end of this?
Thanks.
Because on the schedule.
Oh, no, not this one.
Oh.
The other one. That's not perfect. Yes, folks, we had a little hiccup there just now. We lost power on our camera. We should be back with you shortly. There you are. Yeah. So we've been to Vivian Vanderpool. We've been to Valley Primary. We have just concluded Aurelia Kelly. And we are waiting on our instructions now in reference where to next.
Yeah, Miss Niles, is she ready? Miss Niles, is she out?
Oh, she's coming.
Start close. It's no longer
Thank you so much. You're so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Lloyd,
that's not close. Wait,
I'll check your CV.
he left. He like.
I was wondering if he was going to come back to teaching us here. And we head on to I know, so you'll come back then. So just.
So we can. So yes, folks, we are now on our way.
This
Yeah, this way.
Hi, yes, we are trying to contact you now. I don't foresee him so because of the assembly. So we will just filming up around that. But this is the plan, and if anything changes, I'm not going to okay? Thank you. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, thank you.
It's an overcast day here in Anguilla, and we've just left Aurelia Kelly Primary School on our way to Adrian T. Hazel Primary School. And I made mention earlier that Adrian Hazel, Mr. Hazel, he really was a plant lover. And even if you go to his house, you would have seen that he lived what he preached. I just didn't want to hit my chest. Yeah. No. His house, his wife still carries that legacy on of planting ornamental plants, and they do have fruit trees. But Adrian T. Hazel really put the mark on landscaping, making a garden at a primary school. When we reach the Adrian T. Hazel Primary School, I'll show you some of his legacy. Even though the school was rebuilt and a lot of the stuff was dug out, there are a couple of mahogany trees that still remain, and you'll get an opportunity to see something that was planted over 40 years ago. We're gonna have to drive around and go in the school because I need this to be as close as possible. So folks, we are now passing National Commercial Bank of Anguilla. We're passing Liberty. We're passing Flow, one of our major communication providers here on the island. We're coming up to Digicel, James Ronald Webster Building, AMA Children's Boutique. Janelle, good morning. Ayumi, good morning. We're coming up to the post office.
What I would like to add is that it's a joy to drive through this area in terms of what the government has done, ensuring that the area has been beautified with beautiful colors.
Yes.
Our villa is in full bloom, and we have so many different flowered plants, just enhancing what could have been a concrete jungle.
It is definitely so, and we also have to give credit to the private sector who also came on board and with their contribution of donating plants to beautify the streets here of Anguilla. So it was a very good collaboration between the private sector and the public sector, which is government.
It all goes back to our system of jollification, which so important. That's the way we used to do business development in Anguilla in the past, and in these present times we have used various forms of the jollification to build our community. And so we see economic jollification, and we see the jollification through the use of the pooling together of resources in order to aid the overall development of our country. And that is something that we have to teach our children as the next generation of Anguillians, and they have to pool their efforts together in order to gain maximum benefit.
I agree very much so. To a certain extent, it has been lost, but it's not lost. We see that in recent years, different communities have been reaching out to bring back jollification in some form or the other. And the children around the immediate areas would have been looking and learning and understanding. So along with the Department of Youth and Culture, they have also too been pushing jollifications.
And I also want to take this opportunity to mention, I did mention before that we've been working with the Anguilla National Trust as one of the partners on this initiative, and another partner is the Anguilla Enhancement Project, the AEP, and they have been instrumental in providing most of the flowering plants that we have seen at the school. They have made their contribution in that way, and we're really grateful to have them on board with us.
Yes, just to remind folks that this is the Anglec initiative in partnership with
the Department of Education School Enhancement Project.
Okay.
And this is, as I said before, this is not a one-time event. It's not just about today, the Arbor Day. We begin today, but it will extend throughout.
You said down to
rest
September?
Of the year. Down through September, we expect to be planting.
And Ken, as I made mention earlier, I like and I endorse the selection of plants that have been had for this event, this thing that we are doing today.
Yes. We've seen planting of golden apple trees because we want to make sure that the trees of Anguilla and of this region, are incorporated in our landscape, giving the children the chance not only to beautify but also for survival, as we address the issue of food vulnerability. So we have received grape trees as well as some other fruit trees, and we are hoping that other trees like sour sops and the like will be available at the schools as we continue the program over the next couple of months.
Yes, that's very good, Ken.
One of the trees that we also will be planting at every school is the cedar tree, the white cedar tree, which is our national tree and national flower. There must be one planted at every campus, and it will be clearly marked so that the children are aware of what our national tree and national flower are. So that is very important for us as well.
So, Candice, today we've planted at Island Harbour, Valley Primary, Aurelia Kelly. We're now going to Adrian T. What are the other schools that we have that has been designated for planting in this project?
The MVPS, Maurice Vanderpool Primary School, is also planting today, and AARPS will be planting a little later this afternoon.
Right.
Additionally, we are hoping that the Anguilla Community College will be planting today as well in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so we are now approaching the Adrian T. Hazel School, and we're seeing some of those trees that Lloyd has been talking about.
Yes.
Here on the campus, and you know, it's beautiful to know that we are a part of adding to this heritage, another generation, you know, 40
Cannot wait
years
for
later.
Luke to see this. Find out where the plant. You see how they're doing it? Which is the better one? Which is the better one to record? I think we need to be as close as possible. Huh? Go back. No? Yeah. Yes, folks, we are now awaiting the principal and the rest of the students to come out and be a part of this exercise. As we wait. Yes, folks, you're not missing anything. We are just here awaiting the principal and the students to come out. As I said earlier, you're not missing anything. We are just awaiting the principal and the rest of the farm students to come out. Oh, they're there now. Okay. All right, folks. As you can see, they're about to mobilize.
We're doing this one here live, and then we're going back up to the library.
Folks, so just give me a sec. I need to adjust. Yeah.
Those trees were planted by generations of students before you. About 40 years ago, students like you planted these trees. And look at them today. Today you are planting trees, and they will be here not just for you, but for generations to come. Okay? And the reason why planting these trees is important is because we need to respond to certain things that are happening in our lifetime. We need to respond to issues of, can anyone tell me? Global warming and what we call, So I shared with you that these trees were planted by students like you. Mr. Lloyd of Lloyd's Life is one of those students helped to plant these trees around the school. So someone said that we are planting in response to issues associated with global warming. Global warming and climate change are two very real issues that we used to just read about in our social studies books. But nowadays, it's real. We are actually living it. And so we have to make responses, because there's another really serious issue that we are dealing with that has to do with food. Have you heard anyone talk to you about food vulnerability? Yes. Food vulnerability. That means that food can soon start to run out on this planet. And yes?
Question. If food runs out, why don't we grow more?
So the question has been asked, if food runs out, why don't we grow more? And that is an excellent observation, and you sort of answered it yourself. We have to start planting, okay? Because when food starts to run out in the major food producing countries, they are going to keep what they produce for themselves. So what does that mean for us? What do we need to be doing? We need to be growing for our own needs, right? And our agriculture department, what we call now the Department of Natural Resources, has a slogan that says, farm today or starve tomorrow, okay? And so this is all part of this program that we are pushing as we seek to join with Anglec in this reforestation project, as well as the school enhancement program, where we will be putting in decorative plants as well as vegetable and herb gardens to help us to respond to food vulnerability. Okay? So we are getting ready now to plant, and we are going to invite you as this present generation to join in covering in the planting exercise as you add soil to the tree. Now, what we have done at some of the schools that we have visited before, we have invited the students to name their plant. So we want you to think about a name that you could give to the plant that you are about to put into the ground today. Okay? And I'm going to ask you a question. Why do you think it's important to name your plant?
So you can remember it?
So you can remember it. I saw a hand behind here. Yes? It will help the growth of the plant. Yes, nice. Anyone else? I saw a hand somewhere in here. Yes?
You can name the plant, so I have a question.
Okay, but tell me your idea first.
You can name the plant to know where the plant be.
To know where the plant is? Okay.
Plant the plant.
Okay.
To know who planted the plant.
To know who was the one who planted it? Okay, you said you had a question. Let's hear your question.
So if you name the plant, you got to put down something next to it to make sure you know.
To show the name? Well, we can arrange to do that. When we have planted this plant symbolically today on Arbour Day, all right? What do we call today? Arbour Day. So when we plant this plant on Arbour Day 2024, we can put a sign next to the plant so that you can see it, and you can bring members of your family here. You can bring your children of the future here and say, this is the plant that we put in the ground on Arbour Day 2024. Okay? So we are going to get to the process right now. Are we ready? Yes. Where is Teacher Tiffany? Did I see her just now? Guys, are you ready? Have you thought about a name?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear your choice.
Mr. Big Bang. The Honorable Tree.
Azul. Okay, so we have a name. We're gonna vote. Okay, we're gonna vote. So we have one name that's on the table is Azul. Azul.
The Honorable Tree.
Vandalin. Vandalin.
It means blue. Azul.
Azul, yes. Okay. All right, so we have Azul. Do we have anything else? We have Vandalin. Christine. Pristine.
Naruto Uzumaki tree.
What?
Naruto Uzumaki tree.
Naruto. Ooh, that's a bit long. All right, we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote on yes. Crystal.
Violet.
Crystal. I'm hearing. Tulip. The name of your tree.
Genesis.
All right, so we have two. Yes. Okay. The what tree? Undead tree. Undead. Okay. Violet. Okay, why violet?
Because it can grow pink flowers.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna take that name that was given, Azul. Azul is a Spanish word. What does it mean? Blue. Blue. What is the significance of that name? Why would that name be significant to you?
Because the school is blue.
Because your school colors are blue. So do you agree that Azul would be a great name? Yes. All right, I think we have some consensus. So now we're going to move to the planting of our tree. And what's the name of the tree?
Azul.
Azul. And all of you will now share in planting Azul. Okay? So Teacher Tiffany, we're going to move closer to the tree because you have to help us with throwing the first shovel of dirt, and then we're going to have the students participate as well. Okay?
Grade 6. Grade 6. Grade 6, no sting.
Teach?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Instructing each person to take a shot.
Yeah, but so she will do it for the first one, right?
I'm saying nothing. Okay.
Good. So go on the other side, please.
Goddess, thank you.
Go above, yeah.
All right, so I am supposed to throw the first shovel of dirt in for the graduating class of grade 6.
Yeah, thank you. So we can see.
2024, their plant name is Azul, in representation of their school colors as we demonstrate school pride this morning.
Okay, so you pass the shovel on to the next one and then continue.
Let's go, Nicholas. So everyone, well, not everyone, but most of you should get a chance to shovel one scoop of dirt in.
The next one.
And pass it on. Good.
Once you have shoveled in made your contribution, could you move back so someone can move forward?
Right.
Okay, can you like move now? Once you shovel, you move away.
Okay, boys and girls, I also want to share with you that at this time you were scheduled to be joined by your representative, who is your representative, by the way? Who is your representative in this district? I didn't hear you. The Minister of Tourism, that's correct. The Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Hayden Hughes, who was a student at this school, he was scheduled to be here with you today to plant this tree. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we are a bit behind on our program, and he has had to go to another very important engagement at the House of Assembly. But he really wanted to be a part of this history-making moment with you, the class of 2024. So please, as you throw this in, I want you to know that he is standing with you as you plant this tree in honor of future generations of this school, the Adrian T. Hazel Primary School. Okay, so boys and girls, we know that you have been learning about the planting of trees and flowers and seedlings since kindergarten. What are 3 of the most important elements you need for the nurture of a plant? Yes? Fresh soil, water, and sunlight, right? Those 3 elements. So we have wonderful sunlight shining down on us today, and we have soil that has been prepared and has been nurtured with some fertilizers, and there is one other element that you mentioned that is missing, and you are going to be responsible for that element. And what is that element?
Water.
Water. You will be responsible for watering these trees that will be planted today and ensuring that they survive for the benefit of future generations. All right, everyone? Agreed? Agreed, everyone?
Yes.
I'm not hearing you. That's not a good answer. Let me hear you. Agreed?
Yes.
Did I hear everyone say agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we had most of our students having a chance to participate in the planting of our beautiful new palm, which is called what? What's the name of your new tree?
Azul.
Azul. Azul. Nice. 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 Thank you.
You can't go 2 times. You can only go once.
If only, yes.
By the base of the plant, the base of the plant, the bottom of the plant. Close to the
Wonderful. Okay, let's hear it for Azul and the students. Thank you. And now we must head on. We have another engagement that we must go to, but we leave you to complete the planting here at Adrian T. Hazel. Thank you so much for your participation. Sorry.
You're supposed to fill it in now? Fill it in afterwards?
Yes.
There we go again. Just give us a chance. We're getting in. Thanks. Good. Just give a chance, folks. We are getting together. The bell's gonna be on shortly, and we're gonna be on the move. Let me see. Okay. Good. Ken, what I just learned is that each school has a grounds maintenance person.
Yes, that groundsman is actually connected to 3 schools. So we have 6 public primary schools, and the groundsmen are each responsible for 3 campuses. So we have Mr. Connor, responsible for Valley Primary. He's also responsible for Vivian Vanterpool and Morris Vanterpool schools. And Mr. Pemberton, Joseph Pemberton, is responsible for OKPS, Adrian T. Hazel, and AARPS.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
So it's very important to ensure that we have resource persons like them in place, so that when the students are away, they can maintain the work of ensuring the plants are watered and cared for, so that this project is really sustainable.
It is, you know, it speaks a lot in terms of the focus of the educational department with reference to being green.
Yes, yes, that's very important.
I always have to say, our grand old lady is almost back.
Yes, yes, we are almost there, and we will be there. We are still hoping that it will be done for our anniversary, but if not for our anniversary, which is in June, it will definitely be complete by the end of this year.
I can't forget 2017, the 50th anniversary of our revolution, Anguilla Day event there at that church, when we had the different choirs singing. We had the whole of the congregation with their flags. I can still remember seeing and how I got goosebumps, where everyone was so excited, and the singing, it was out of this world. I did a live on it, but it was on live gums. So if anyone really want to understand what I'm talking about, they can go to Live Gums and do Anguilla Day 2017, and they'd understand. Well, back then the live wasn't as sophisticated as it was now. It was just with a phone, but still it's something that, you know, we can talk about.
And we can relive our history, you know.
Yes.
So we give God thanks for that. You know, it has taken a while, but we look forward to the return of Bethel.
Yes. And how ironic, because 2017 was what? Irma, right?
Irma, yes.
I can remember around Tasty's area, the police, the Pathfinders, and those others, they marched. You remember that? To the church. That was so beautiful. And the carrying up of the flags.
The Boys Brigade was there.
Yes, and the Boys Brigade. Yes. How can I forget the Boys Brigade? In 1983, I traveled to Scotland for the Boys Brigade centenary celebration, and it is so funny. Speaking with the Commissioner of Police a couple of months back, he too was at the same event.
You're talking about our new commissioner?
Yes.
Wow.
I he couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So, folks, we are now in George Hill, heading back to the public library where Anglec will be doing a presentation there. Okay, right. So, public launch, official launch. I know we put the cart before the horse, but this had to be done in that time because of the children and the different schools waiting. So the official launch now, we'll bring the official launch of Arbour Day, sponsored by Anglec in collaboration with
the School Enhancement Programe of the Department of Education.
I go back to what you said to the children earlier, the slogan at the Department of Agriculture. I one day made that popular. One day he said, the day when those ships cannot come in, y'all are, those were his words. And he always tried to encourage folks to plant and grow your own.
Yeah, and we got a prelude of that, a taste of that with the COVID pandemic when there was the shipping crisis.
Yes.
And those ships could not come through.
And since Ukraine and Russia
went to war,
where
right?
Ukraine makes so many of the high production of cereals and other things are done in the Ukraine. The prices of a lot of things has gone up so much. Producing our own would have reduced a lot of the costs that we are bearing today.
But even beyond the cost, there could come a time when we have the money to buy what we need, but it won't be available.
Exactly.
That's just
now
the reality.
Going back to biblical times, where we talk about the mark.
Yes.
If you don't have the mark, you can't. For example, in some places I've been to, they don't accept cash.
Correct.
You have to use a card.
Yes.
And I see here in Anguilla, if you don't have a card, if you don't have the cash, there are some places that don't use a card.
Right. So, but in some places, we are already in cashless societies.
Yes.
Where they are now scanning your hand. In Europe, in some countries in Europe, they are scanning you with a chip that's in your hand, a microchip. So that is already coming to pass,
Last year I gave my son 20 quid and he said to me, Dad, this is so weird that I'm having cash. And he was like, I haven't used cash in a very long time. Just use the card.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we're back in the valley. We are just about
around the Giselle area, the roundabout passing, on our way to the library, public library, where the official lunch speeches will be given. We are seeing that there's a bit more cloud cover. The east is getting dark, rain clouds, but I don't think that it will be threatening us anytime right now. I'm noticing that there are a number of float tents up, and folks, don't forget the Seafood Festival is about to happen just now, and it's at the People's Market. Don't worry about where you're gonna buy food or lunch today. Come out to the People's Market where the Seafood Festival is gonna be taking place, and fancy your taste buds. We'll try a singer or something, just in case. We have power. I have.
And we're drawing now into the library. The Anguilla Public Library is one of the partners with us in this enterprise, and they will be unveiling their own project as part of the activities today. So stay tuned to learn a little bit more about something special that they have planned.
Okay, I have a cable. We could run to this.
As close as here. Because the rest of the option is for me to go on the outside and come through there to be like by the digger truck, and then you could face that way.
Okay.
If that works.
This way. I have a cable. This thing is very big. Yes, folks. Bear with us a little bit again as we make our transition.
How are you?
I love the bread.
Oh, so shit! I'm good. Should be a different human. Okay, thank you. Totally. Very, very okay, file in anywhere you want. All of us are here.
You're not free.
We're not live yet, right?
Yeah.
Alright, folks, we're getting there.
If it's free, it's me.
If it's free, it's all for me.
Yeah.
Is that a drizzle?
No, that's a tree.
No, I felt a
Oh, you
drizzle.
said rain?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Am I?
I just filled one too. Hi.
That's great, that's great.
Pull it over to me. Can plug it out. Pick up there.
I just want to try and get some water today. I won't be there. I Anybody would like a water or juice in the meantime while we set up?
Let me go down water.
Take it. Anyone else?
I can take a water. Alright, he will take a water.
Okay, no problem. Anybody else? No? Good, good.
Are we ready to go?
Here. Mira.
So it's not just going to be this. Okay, so
Okay, good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get ready to begin. I would like to now call for the opening remarks by Ms. Candice Niles.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful morning, and we have been busy doing some wonderful things, and the weather right now is perfect for the activity that we have just undertaken, because we are being blessed by the showers from on high, and those newly planted trees and flowers will enjoy the blessings from above. I want to say a special word of welcome to you, members of the media who are here, and to members of the partners who are working with us on this wonderful project. It is a collaborative effort between a number of stakeholders on Anguilla, and it speaks to the beauty of working together to realize visions that are fundamental for our survival as a people of Anguilla. So I just want to take this opportunity to mention some of those partners. The Department of Education, of which I am speaking as representative this morning, we have had a vision which we had not been able to realize for a number of years, to green our schools, making them functional not only as places where learning takes place on the inside of buildings, but also where learning can take place on our campuses outside in the environment, by ensuring that trees and flowering plants are an integral part of what we present as our learning campuses. We were thrilled to be approached by Anglec to partner with them on their program, which is a reforestation program, and which dovetailed nicely with what we are seeking to accomplish. They have been speaking with the Anguilla National Trust, who have been working on a drive to indigenize our communities through the planting of indigenous trees, and they have also been working closely with another environmental organization, the Anguilla Enhancement Programe. We were also really pleased to join forces with members of the Anguilla Public Library, who will be presenting a program in the coming months for our children and young people in Anguilla as a part of their programming, which will focus on plants. And so everything seemed to have come together really nicely for this present time that we are in. And so we are looking forward to the outcome. We know that when we plant a tree today, it is not only for our benefit as those planting and engaging in responsible conduct for our generations today, but it is also for the benefit of future generations. And through the National Trust, we have been able to realize our vision for including a number of fruit trees in the offerings that we have planted at our schools today. By including these fruit trees and focusing in the future on the planting of vegetables and herb gardens in our schools, we will also be addressing critical issues of food vulnerability. Our Department of Natural Resources has long espoused the vision that if we fail to plant today, we are preparing to starve tomorrow. And this has become so much more real for us in this present era that we live in, as food vulnerability has become very real, with the possibilities of food shortages due to wars in food producing areas and due to supply chain issues which ever so often rear their ugly heads. We are faced with the reality that food can certainly stop showing up on our doorsteps. Even though we have funds to pay for it, we may not be able to access it. So we need to be able to provide for ourselves. And it is important that this present generation of children learn that reality and learn the steps that they can take to attend to those future vulnerabilities. And so, without further ado, I return you to Miss Jamila Mawson, who will share more with you on this reforestation project, which is responsible for us being where we are today. And so we give them all the thanks, and we look forward to continuing this program, because it is not only about today as the Arbour Day, but we will be continuing with this program as a process throughout the upcoming months of the year, well into September, when we hope that we will have all the planting on our campuses throughout the island completed. And this will involve not only the primary schools, which we focused on today, but also the secondary schools, as well as our preschools and our leading tertiary institution, the Anguilla Community College. All of them will be planting as a part of this initiative. So we say thanks to everyone.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Niles. At this time, I would like to call the member for the library service who will be speaking. I'm not sure. Okay, just come introduce yourself and take it from there.
Good morning, everyone. I am Anthea Roach, reference librarian at the Anguilla Library Service. So when Jamila contacted us about Anglec's Arbour Day celebration, we got really excited because of the possibility, and also with the possibility of it being hosted at the library. We were immediately on board. So this is an interesting initiative for us also because our Children's Library Annual Summer Program, the theme for this year is plants. And the idea of having seedlings, trees, pollinator plants distributed is a much shared vision. So Anglec and Anguilla Library Service has had a long-standing relationship, as they have sponsored our Children's Library t-shirts for the summer program, as well as accommodated us with power station tours during our themes over the years. And they've also provided resources and continue to collaborate with us. It's been a wonderful partnership, and we hope to continue not just with summer program, but also in other things in the future. So we're working on 2 initiatives that are linked to plants this year. As I said, the class theme. So class is a 2-week program which we host 5 to 12-year-olds, and it is centered around a different theme every year. It includes field trips, talks. We do indoor and outdoor games, art and craft activities, and the children have a great time with us, and they come back year after year. And after they finish the program, they even come back and volunteer. And the second initiative is this, our green space, which would be available for use for library users as well as the public. So the idea for this space, nature has already created this canopy, and we are excited to partner with all of you to enjoy this space, providing it with gravel pathways and benches, more trees, and just as a nice outdoor space to relax. So our collaboration included Mr. Brian Carbrett, Miss Melissa Mead, Anglec, of course, the Anguilla Enhancement Project, and National Trust. You've all helped to make this a reality, and we hope that we continue in this same speed in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And if you have been able to hear the rustling, I think that's my favorite part of this space, how the trees just rustle. It's so calming. So it's nice to be here today. We thank you, the Library Service, for allowing us to use this space and to partner with you. And now, without any further ado, I'd like to call my classmate, Mr. Shakaro, up to speak on behalf of the Anguilla National Trust. Please welcome him.
Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Shakaro Richardson, and I represent the Anguilla National Trust Council. I am a member of the board at the Anguilla National Trust. So we are so pleased to be able to partner with Anglec, the Department of Education, the Anguilla Public Library, and the Anguilla Enhancement Project to celebrate Arbour Day in Anguilla. Over the last almost 3 years, and with support from the UK government Biodiversity Challenge funds, the One Plus initiative, we've been working with the Agricultural Unit of the Department of Natural Resources and Gender Affairs Anguilla and community members to enhance habitats for the benefit of Anguilla's pollinators as well as ourselves. This has involved planting thousands of flowering trees across the island. And now, working with the schools, this is just a natural extension of our work and one that we have been very much looking forward to. Today is just the beginning of this partnership. We'll be working with all the primary schools, the Iblina Lakehart Comprehensive School, and the public library to plant hundreds of more flowering plants and fruit trees, providing shade and shelter and even sustenance. We know that we are spending more and more time inside and on our devices and trying to get out of the sun and away from the heat. And we can sometimes forget just how closely connected we are to the environment that surrounds us, and that we're actually part of nature. But we also know that spending time outside relaxes us, brings us peace and calmness, can make us more creative and happier. We generally become healthier just by being outside. While we know these trees are starting small, with a lot of love, care, and time, they'll grow tall and their branches will stretch wide. And they'll complement that nurturing environment that our schools provide to our young people inside the classroom. Thank you for letting us be a part of this important initiative. We're looking forward to working with all of you, and especially Anguilla's young people.
Okay, we're keeping it short and sweet. I believe now I will give the final remarks. So as you've heard, this is a collaborative effort and it came together naturally, no pun intended. Today we are celebrating what is the culmination of 3 major projects with our key partners, the Anguilla National Trust, their pollination project, the Anguilla Library Service with their green space that they've so cordially let us use today, as well as their summer program, and then the Anguilla Enhancements overall mission to enhance Anguilla and beautify Anguilla. So this is 4. And then the Department of Education's beautification project and enhancement project across all primary schools. So today we just want to say thank you to our partners who have partnered for this launch. We would like to extend a great thanks to the extended partners who have come to us through the National Trust as well. We would like for you all to also understand Anglec's mission for this project. It's not just about reforesting Anguilla, though that is obviously the major key here. One of the things historically that Anglec has been known to do, and it has given us a small stain on our reputation, is what persons might consider deforestation. So as you can see here, a good demonstration right outside. we have our poles and our lines, and shrubbery and trees tend to grow up very close to them. This is a problem, particularly during the hurricane season. And so during that time and before the hurricane season, we like to go through and check and remove any bushes, shrubs, trees that could cause an interference with the lines. Over the years, that has become a contentious issue. We know our Anguillians love their land, they love their trees and plants. And so we wanted to find a way to get a middle ground to not only encourage our overall mission of empowering Anguilla and creating sustainable spaces for all of us, but to also ensure that we are doing so safely and protecting Anguilla, because we've all experienced with Hurricane Irma how difficult it can be when we have major disturbances on our lines and with our poles. This is even true for accidents. So anything that is close to our lines and our infrastructure, we want to encourage persons to remove it. We were doing so with the trees, and we thought, our CEO and our management thought up this idea to accomplish both goals. To make sure that Anguilla is safe and green, but also to encourage persons from the onset so that we don't have to double back and remove. So now, as a part of this, like everyone has said, the younger generations are going to come up knowing two things. One, Anguilla has a wonderful capacity for being green. There are so many plants, from pollinator plants to the fruit trees, to the local trees, the palms and things you see around here that can beautify your space, but also to know that Anglec is passionate about ensuring that their futures are bright and green and safe, and that our infrastructure, just like the trees, is a very important part of building and continuing to empower the community. So we just want to thank each and every one of you for being here. If there are any questions at this time, we will turn it over to the press to ask questions. One of the key aspects of this event that I did not mention was that today is just the launch day. There will be other activities throughout the year, and we want to make this launch day, Arbour Day, an annual event. Arbour Day is a celebration internationally where persons and communities, organizations around the world plant trees. And so we want to celebrate this day every year. It's the last Friday in April, every year celebrated. And after today, we have partnered to continue planting trees and plants with the National Trust and the schools. Coming up next will be a beautification day at the Valley School, which will take place on May 28th, if I'm not mistaken. We have several other plantings over the summer to include our work with the library service in July. And then in September, the Department of Education will continue what we started today at each school to go back and do a little bit more planting and structuring of each green space, as well as conduct educational sessions over many of the topics that I would have brought to you today, including the importance of Anglec's infrastructure, keeping trees away from them, and then also the importance of creating these green spaces for them. So if there are any other questions, I will take them at this time. If not, we have a couple of refreshments, and we want to thank you all for coming.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
This thing has a cost. So
Yes.
could you tell us what's the cost of doing this? Are the plants donated to Anglec, or
Yes.
are you purchasing the plants
Okay,
from somewhere?
yes.
How many plants in total were planted today, and does this initiative also include the private school?
Absolutely, great questions. You might have to recap a couple because it was quite a few, but I'll start off with the costs. The beautiful thing about this project is that many of the plants were donated, and we must thank the National Trust. They came on board. They have over 5,000, correct, pollinator seedlings, as well as other plants that we are going to be able to use. Some of them were used today. They donated several golden apple trees to each school. So each school will get a fruit-bearing plant. And then over the coming months, we will have more plants distributed through them. Several plants, several of these were purchased from local vendors to assist with the more decorative plants as well, and those were distributed to the school as well. The budget for today was a couple $1,000s. Well, we wanted to just make sure that we could cover our bases for 100 trees at minimum today. And that goal was achieved. We have over 100 trees that were between donated and purchased through local vendors, as well as what is going to be planted over the the coming months. I had a joke from my friend earlier this morning, Shikaro. He said we should call this, what do you say, 264? 264. So today's date is 264, forward and backwards. Obviously, we know what 264 means for Anguilla, but he was saying if we do 100 today, we should aim for 264 throughout the year. So I might have to take him up on that, but I think that starting off with our goal to plant at least 100 will be accomplished within the coming months because we are very close to having that done today, just with the schools.
And does it include the private school, Honolulu International?
I believe the Department of Education was in communication with private schools as well as secondary and post-secondary schools to ensure that this program will continue. And because it's going to be a yearly thing, I'm very confident that if we don't catch them this year, by the end of the year, we will look to incorporate them. But those conversations have already started. Any other questions? Absolutely, and that is one of the things that the Anguilla Enhancement Project is joining forces with us on. Obviously, their mission is to get the general populace into beautifying Anguilla. So they would have actually recently had I guess island-wide, a national planting day, on tree planting day, which would have been April 20th. So the Anguilla National Trust actually partnered with them on that as well. So we're bringing it all together. And to your question about locals who want to donate or even maybe come on to have a procurement relationship, that's something that we welcome. It's never a no for us when it comes to enhancing Anguilla, for sure. Yes.
What about we trying to bring back our wild fruits that is going in state, so like the sloes, the sloes, prawns, cherries, and the pumpkins and those kind of fruits, the wild fruits.
Yes. Absolutely. We had some talks with the trust on that. I don't know if they want to touch on that specifically. I told somebody the other day I don't really know much about plants, but all of those fruit trees I know. And someone on the live mentioned, what was it, a cardia? A cardia. So we're taking feedback from the public. We were working with what we had for now, and we definitely want to see those type of things come back because, like Ms. Niles said, it's all about ensuring that what has sustained us to date will sustain the future generations. And if you want to come on board, do you have any that we could have?
Yeah, but like right now, presently, presently is a good time.
Oh, time of year, you mean?
Yeah, a good time of the year because after that rain, there's a lot of sloes spraying up with small seedlings.
Okay.
And also cherries and prawns.
I'm getting a lot of nods from Farah from the National Trust. As I said, I'm learning as we go, if you will. But I think that the feedback from you, we're taking it on board all the time. We have our representatives from Anglec here, so if you want to speak to us afterwards and kind of assist us, that would be great. But I'm seeing nods from Farah, so I know that she knows what you're talking about. I just got to catch up.
Okay, so I can respond to that quickly. So yes, we are looking to the native fruit trees. So anytime they are fruiting, we do collect their seeds in order to hopefully plant them. So we are doing that with native. We're also doing some with cocoa plums as well too. So if you know anywhere that has cocoa plum trees and with the fruits, it would be nice for us to know where they are so that we can collect some of the seeds for those. Because those I know got destroyed in the past by a lot of hurricanes, so those are harder to find. But we are collecting seeds from like the wild trees, the pumpsarets, the sloes. But yeah, if you see anything else, you can bring the seeds to us and we will try to grow them.
No, the National Trust has moved, so maybe this is a good time to remind persons where you are now.
We are on the road towards Cool FM radio on that side.
Okay.
A white wall with a wooden fence, and there's a sign.
All right. Are there any other questions? Questions, comments, suggestions like he had? Okay. Well, at this time, I would just like to wrap up and say a huge thank you to every single partner who has come on board. as well as the ministers of government who were present at the plantings this morning. Of course, we cannot leave here without saying a huge thank you to the Anglec team. We had our digger Derek here as well, and our driver, she had to go a little bit earlier because we were running behind today actually. But the Anglec team was critical in making sure that this day could happen. I also have to say a huge thank you to the library staff. You guys have been so accommodating. Like you said yes from the very beginning. All I had to say was go, and you were ready to go. The Anguilla National Trust, my heart, thank you so much. I cannot express how critical you guys were for this event. And I would also like to say a thank you, a special thank you to the Anguilla Enhancement Project team, even though they could not be present now. We know that they're going to be doing a lot of critical work with us in the coming months. And for that, we must say a huge thank you. If there's anyone that I have forgotten, please charge it to the fact that the sun has beaten our behinds today and not my heart. Thank you, and we look forward to getting you guys back here with a few more trees, benches, and refreshments on our next occasion.